.4-H is more than projects and meetings. 4-H is fun and friends and frolic. And they all come together for a solid week of activities each year at the State 4-H Club Conference on the Washington State University campus, sponsored by the Agricultural Extension Service. It's the fun time of the year for nearly 1,000 Washington 4-Hers, and smiles are definitely the order of the day. And the 4-H's of head, heart, hands, and health are well served during this week, too. Some come by buses, some by train, others in car caravans, and they all come to learn, meet new friends, renew old acquaintances, and enjoy themselves as only young people can. For many of the 4-H Club members, plans to attend the State Club Conference started many months ago. To get the necessary expense money, some worked at odd jobs for friends and family, others put extra effort into their projects and received their income that way, and still others strive to earn conference grants through the merit of their 4-H Club work. The first big assembly is a busy one, and here the 4-Hers are welcomed to the campus and the conference program is explained. During the State 4-H Club Conference, 4-H Club members have the opportunity to do many things, see many things, and learn many things. One 4-Her who has just graduated from high school may be interested mostly in careers. Another 4-Her may want to see as much of the Cougar campus as possible. Still another 4-Her may want to learn more about 4-H camping, leadership development, or how to plan local club programs. These food Martians visited the state conference to observe teenage eating habits, and they ended up by teaching the 4-Hers much about the value of a well-balanced diet and nutrition in general. In reality, of course, the food Martians are county extension agents who, along with the many 4-H club leaders, chaperone their own county delegates to the conference, and then do double duty in conducting tours, holding classes, and in general, helping the 4-Hers have a good time. The career tours include a visit to WSU's College of Pharmacy and an explanation of what pharmacy means in our modern-day world. Other career tours include speech, nursing, horticulture, the fine arts, and agriculture education. The most popular 4-H projects deal with animals, so it's only natural that one of the most popular tours around the campus is to the cattle feeding laboratory. Here the 4-Hers learn of the exacting science of feeding different rations to cattle and the effects that different hormones and other feed additives have on animals. At a time when satellites circle the Earth and men are preparing to land on the moon, the task of producing high-quality food and fiber still demands skilled attention and can be most interesting. After all, how often do you see a cow with a hole in her stomach? To get to some of the areas of interest, cars or buses are required, but a majority of the tours are made by good, old-fashioned foot power. On the Washington State University campus, most points of interest are downhill, which isn't so bad. That is, until you go back. But usually the place visited, like the hydraulics laboratory, is so interesting that the animated conversation on the way back makes the walk hardly noticed. Every tour area puts its best foot forward for the 4-H club members, and the hydraulics lab is no exception. Here, new dams under construction and old dams with special problems are constructed to scale. Scientists study wave and water action over spillways and along raceways to forestall construction difficulties, or to correct problems caused by Mother Nature and by time. It's pretty technical stuff, but the 4-Hers find it fascinating. As they move about the campus, the 4-H club members see much of the new and the old architecture that marks the Washington State University campus. The library with its studious statue, the Cub, center of many student activities, and the place to enjoy a leisurely cola or cup of coffee, or do that last little bit of studying before class. And Bryan Hall Auditorium, the famous landmark of Cougar Land, where the 4-H conference assemblies are held and where visiting dignitaries speak. Members interested in career tours and special tours around the campus meet twice each day, once in the morning and again in the afternoon, and then move to the right building. Each 4-H'er makes his own choice where he wants to go. In the morning, he may visit KWSC's radio and television studios. In the afternoon, he may decide to see the rain tower at the new soil erosion lab. He may want to learn more about a career in journalism, political science, agronomy, or botany. Each visit, each stop, features something of value for the 4-H club member. One feature at State Conference is the IFFE program. IFFE means International Farm Youth Exchange, where visiting youth from other countries live in America with farm families for 6 months, while young men and women from our country do likewise in other countries. These Ceylonese artifacts are evidence of one American IFFE's stay in that country. Also from Ceylon, this short example of native drama where an unwelcome visitor is hurriedly covered to represent a singing radio. Unfortunately, the deception fails, and the visitor is shown to the door. One main purpose of the IFFE program is for the delegate to learn by doing, even eating with his fingers. For 6 months, he lives with host families in his assigned country. He works and plays, eats and sleeps, and observes the customs with his host families. Oftentimes, as is the case with the IFFE delegate to Ceylon, learning to eat as the peasants eat proved interesting. However, eating during club conference is more conventional at the WSU Rotunda Dining Hall. A bright, cheerful atmosphere greets the 4-H member as he enters the dining hall from the cafeteria line, and good nutritious food is served at each meal. Lunch and dinner are usually good times to talk over the many things learned and seen during the day, too. And good friends around you at the same table is an excellent setting for such a conversation. That is, until something strikes you funny and you find it impossible to continue eating. And the more you think about it, the funnier it gets. With the lunch over, a full afternoon lies ahead. The interest groups continue, and so do the tours. Later, there's a chance to swim or bowl or play ball. And many 4-H'ers find the tour to the nuclear reactor building most interesting. A short bus trip carries the group to the isolated building where a widely varied research program is carried out. Protective devices throughout the plant ensure visitors against harmful radiation, a fact quickly pointed out by the tour guide. Layers of lead and a large tank of water shield scientists and visitors alike. Radioactive material, such as cobalt-60, is kept at the bottom of this tank, and only those materials that should be exposed receive any radiation. At WSU, cereal grain breeders are especially active in using radioactive materials in their research work. This small vial holds grain samples to be exposed to radiation. Such exposure causes mutations that may lead to new desirable varieties. Learning by participating is emphasized in many of the special interest groups. Using the mass media, such as television, to communicate ideas is practiced with a special closed-circuit television system in Cleveland Hall, the new education building. In this case, a panel of 4-H'ers discussed the IFFE program and what it can mean to them. The auditorium audience watches television sets connected to the closed circuit. Following each presentation, comments and criticisms are given to improve future performances. Learning the importance of these channels of communication to express ideas and influence people will help 4-H club members move ahead in today's fast-paced world. The object of this 4-H'er's puzzlement is a low-slung, gas-powered machine designed by WSU agricultural engineers. The machine is used to harvest raspberries and is an example of advanced agriculture seen by the 4-H'ers during their career tours. The turning wheels of this futuristic harvester give way to those of the old-fashioned bicycle, and it's time for fun. And when it's fun time at the State 4-H Club Conference, delegates have a wide variety of activities, including bicycling. At Boulder Gymnasium, 4-H'ers can swim, play basketball, volleyball, or badminton. Elsewhere on campus are several tennis courts and a golf course. And although walking may not appeal to some, others may use this time to visit still other areas of the campus. Softball is a sport for everyone, including extension agents and club leaders. On a sunny day, the action moves quickly from play to play. A gal steps up and wham! Hits a looping right into the right field. The rest of the day, well, it may serve the head and heart and hands, but this is strictly for the health and a chance to work out a few kinks in the muscles. At the lower level of the Compton Union Building is a modern bowling alley for those who enjoy this sport, and nearby are ping pong tables. Adjoining the bowling alley is the popular pocket billiards room. And who can blame a fella for wanting to help a beginner? The fact that she's a girl doesn't mean a thing. So it says here. The evening programs are highlights of club conference, especially when such exotic acts as Ceylonese drum players are presented. Talent is part of each program, and all 4-H delegates are encouraged to participate, whether their talent is dancing, acting, telling funny stories, doing magic tricks, or singing. The main purpose is to help others enjoy themselves and to enjoy it yourself too at the same time. One evening program during club conference is designated as International Night. Hippies are introduced and they often entertain. It may be a native dance learned during their visit in another country. Although this Ceylonese dance looks strange, the movements are precise and dictated by age-old tradition. International Night is also the night when hippies from other countries are introduced, such countries as Ireland, Taiwan, and Switzerland. During other evenings, similar programs are held. The 4-H members who attended the national conference in Washington, D.C. report. A 4-H carnival and picnic supper is held, and an impressive candlelighting ceremony is performed. And so the end arrives. Cars, trains, or buses are boarded, and tired but happy 4-H'ers head for home.